What's up, y'all? So first and foremost, I want to thank everybody that subscribed to the Patreon channel. It really does mean the world to me that you'd want to spend your hard-earned money with me. So I'm going to do my best to make sure I'm putting out the best content possible for you and that we're adding tools to your toolbox, making you smarter every day. So today we're going to be talking about phishing, and not the phishing you do with your granddaddy. I'm talking about phishing, phishing. That is a cyber attack. All right. This is the number one way that people are just getting swindled. Bank accounts are getting drawn, identities are getting stolen, credit cards. I mean, just the whole gamut. Especially the elderly fall prey to this because, they're not really tech savvy. So when they get a call from their bank saying that, there's an immediate thing, or they get an email from their bank saying there's an immediate action that needs to be done, and they get on the phone with them, they get taken for. Today, I'm going to go over what exactly a phishing attempt is, how to look for it, things to look for, how to combat it. And I'm also going to give you a little demonstration of how easy it is to do a phishing attack. In the matter of a couple minutes, I will have your IP address, your login credentials, and I can really start running amok. What I'm going to do is I'm going to go down here to my terminal, and I'm going to cd zfisher-zfisher.sh. Now you can see here we have a landing page. On this landing page, you got Facebook, Instagram, Google, Twitter, all the above, right? There's other programs just like this, but they're for banking systems. They'll have Chase Bank or Wells Fargo. So let's just, for the sake of argument, we'll do Facebook. Let's see, regular login page. We'll do localhost. No. Okay, so if you can see right here, we have a link, right? So I'm going to take that link. I'm going to copy that link. And now I'm going to go send myself an email. Facebook.com. And now I'm going to paste this link. Paste. Now I'm going to apply it. Now, as you can see, this hyperlink, it looks just like it would come from Facebook.com. I mean, there's no misspellings, there's no punctuation problems, there's none of that. It looks legit. So I'm going to send this over to myself and then open it up. I'm going to click on this link, but what I want you to watch over here in my terminal window, in the zFisher window, and then also watch when I open this up. So I'm going to click on the Facebook link. I'm going to open it up. The second I open this up, victim's IP found. Now I have the IP address of this victim computer. Okay, that's scary. That's one part of the puzzle. Okay, once you have somebody's IP address, I mean, you can really start worming into their system, into their network to get more information. But I'm going to make it worse than that. So now I'm going to do test, log in. Now look at this over here. Account, password. That fast. And the scariest part about this is that if I were to put in my legitimate credentials for Facebook, that would have taken me to the legitimate landing page for Facebook, and you wouldn't have noticed anything. I mean, even look up here at the top, facebook.com. So in the matter of 5 minutes, I've gotten this person's IP address, I've gotten their login and their password. Okay. Now let's say this wasn't Facebook. What if this was Wells Fargo or Chase or whatever? Now I have the power to really do whatever I want to. And that's why it's so scary. So as you can see, it's not difficult to do these phishing attacks, and it's not all the time. You're not going to see, a fucked up hyperlink, and you're not going to see spelling and grammar issues, especially now when we have the implementation of artificial intelligence. I mean, the body of messages are getting generated by AI, so you're not going to see those grammar problems or those, the function problems. The same thing with, I sent it from my Gmail account, but there is a system just like zFisher that actually will mask your URL, and your email will come from facebook.com. So it'll be customer service at facebook.com. Then you have the body of the message that was generated by AI. Then you have the hyperlink that looks just like facebook.com. And that's why you have to be super vigilant when you're analyzing and looking at these emails that are coming from different sources. All right. And if you have a feeling that something's not right, don't open it. Some things you can do to look out for it. See if the sender's email or the phone number or the address or the text message or whatever it is suspicious. Is it weird? Does it not make sense? Right? Really look at the title line. A lot of times they'll use certain programs that they can't do it, and they can't do an exact mask. So it'll come up and the Facebook will be spelled wrong. It'll be FACBOOK. Normal everyday people, when we're rushing in the hustle and bustle of our lives, we're not going to sit there and pay attention to the spelling. So we're just going to click through because, oh, Facebook, there it is. But you need to really pay attention to these little spelling errors. Another thing will be text messages. Right? Your text messages, it'll come up with like 1080. It'll just be a really short number saying, oh, you have a delivery package or, something's happened. Don't open it. Because the same thing with the email is the same thing with the text messages. If you open that link, you're going to give them access to your phone, to your IP address, to everything else. So just don't open shit that you don't know. And you might be asking, well, how do they have my information? Every time you're online and you go to Amazon.com or you go to Target or Walmart or wherever, and you're putting in your credentials, you're putting in your email, your name, your usernames, your zip code, all of that data gets sold on the black market by data brokers. So those companies will sell all of that data and then hackers will buy it. So when the hackers buy it, they just download a giant file. And when they send out these phishing emails or they send out these scams, they just send it out to hundreds of tens of thousands of hundreds of thousands of people. And guess what? There's a lot of people that will click on it and they become prey. Another thing you can look for is generic greetings and like urgent language. A lot of times they'll be like, oh, immediate action required. Or it'll just have some generic greeting like, hello, customer, whatever. That it just doesn't add up, because companies that you are a member of or that you do business with is going to address you by your name. They're going to know your name. They're going to know who you are. And it's going to be tailored to you, not just this broad stroke generic shit. Those are just a couple things that you can try to look for. Again, it's not foolproof, but it's better than nothing. What can you do to protect yourself? The number one thing you can do to protect yourself is not open anything that's suspicious. If you even have a feeling, don't open it. And if it's somebody that you're like, oh, I think that might be legit, then call them and get it authenticated. Hey, did you guys send me an email? And their customer service team can look at it and be like, yes, we did, or no, we didn't. And you'll know. It's better to be safe than sorry in these instances. Another thing you can do is you can download a VPN. I'm not going to go into which VPN I use just because they don't pay me. So the second they start sponsoring me, I'll be pushing the shit out of them. Whatever VPN you want, use it. And I know that people make the argument, oh, it's $10 a month, I can't afford it. You know what? Cut down. Don't buy that fucking soda at the gas station. Don't get that coffee at Starbucks. I promise you, there's no price on security and safety on our devices, on our phones, on our computers. That is literally the gateway, the access to our entire life. That's a dossier of our entire life. Our devices know everything about us, from our login credentials to our bank account information, to how much money we have, to our contacts, to our conversations, our Google history. Everything is in our devices. So keeping that safe away from somebody that wants to exploit you is worth $10 a month. So along with having a VPN and not clicking shit that you think might be malicious, change your passwords. Use a password manager. Every operating system comes with a password manager where you can store your passwords and it'll autofill it and auto-generate it for you. It makes it super easy. Look, I can't remember shit either, but I change my passwords every 30 days. I just use the password manager and it takes care of it for me. Change your passwords. Use super difficult and intricate passwords. Don't reuse this password for every single login form that you have. I know some of you watching right now probably have the same exact password for your Instagram, Facebook, email, whatever. Change your passwords, make them all different, make them difficult. Another thing you can do in your settings is turn on the multi-factor authentication. What it is if I have the password to your email and I log in, instead of it just letting me through, it's going to send you a text message or whatever you use for your multi-factor authentication. It's going to say, hey, is this legit? Here's the code. Type in the code if it is. It adds an extra layer of security so that way you have that peace of mind that you're not getting hacked. So multi-factor authentication is free. Changing your passwords is free. The next free thing you can do is keep your software updated. All right. The reason why your devices push these notifications due to update your software is because they have a whole team of individuals that their entire job every day, all day is looking for cracks in the firewall. And if you want to think about security on an operating system or device as a big brick wall, what they're looking for is cracks or different vulnerabilities in that brick wall. And they have to come up with a patch for it. When they give you that update and you update your phone, you update your operating system, that patch goes into that brick wall. That vulnerability is no longer existent. So when you don't update your software, that vulnerability is wide open for somebody to go in there. And just like I use the Zfisher program, there's programs that people will run your IP address if they have it to see what version of the operating system you're on. So they can see, okay, he's on an older version. I know that this vulnerability is there, and boom, right in there like swimwear. So trust me, update your software. It's free, just like the other two. They're free. All right. And obviously the last one is educating yourself. And if you're watching this video, then you already have taken that step to start educating yourself, but do more. Start Googling, start researching. So I know that this can be daunting and it can be scary, but if you just do these simple things, right, you don't have to go above and beyond. If you just do something as simple as change your passwords often, use heavy passwords, don't reuse your password, multi-factor authentication, run a VPN, keep your software updated and educate yourself. I promise you, those few things right there are going to keep you a lot more safe and secure. And if you are the head of the the household or you have people relying on you, it's your responsibility to make sure that you're keeping yourself safe, you're keeping your family safe, you're keeping your home safe. So if you enjoyed the video, please smash the subscribe button. Let me know down in the comments what you want to see, how I can do better, if you loved it, if you hated it. If you're really interested in this stuff and you want to see how to download this to your computer and how to start running scripts and start practicing this kind of stuff over at Patreon, patreon.com/RickyHD. I will have videos there where you can follow along. I'll have printouts and you can have step-by-step how-to guides. And that's really the best way to keep yourself abreast of the situation, is understanding how to do it. I really appreciate everybody. I appreciate your time, and I will see you next time.